right?
I mean,
So as far
and
as
we don't
that
let fucking
goes,
people drive a car until they're 16 and 18 years old, but it's okay to fucking cut their gender off when they're 5 and 6. I don't fucking get it, bro. I
but it's
don't fucking get
theirs,
it.
man. It's theirs. I mean, if they're in a car driving around on the street, they can endanger you. But someone cutting their penis off doesn't affect me at all. So why does that? Why should we even form an opinion around that?
That's true, but kids, they're gonna, how you was a
Hey
kid,
man,
bro,
I
how you
see
fucking
kids
followed
with
trends.
big
J.
gaping
Hammer 88.
holes in their septums and
Amen.
in their ears with these giant freaking holes in their ears and neck tats. all kinds of things that they might regret later in life. It doesn't affect me. These are decisions that people make on their own, and we shouldn't have any say in them whatsoever. Because it doesn't affect
I
us.
have I have never regretted a single fucking tat I done all my hoops in my years.
That's
But
good.
that is fucking different from fucking cutting your gender off.
Well, you might not want the gender. You might just not need it. People are
That is,
different.
I am not saying at all that is not a no issue for some people. My point is that it's been way too trendy, and people are kids especially,
Lisa
are
Fury.
way too fast to
Hey,
jump
Nick.
on something trendy because it's popular among the friends, and you know what? And then you're probably, everyone is trans now. I'm gonna be trans, and hormone blockers, and the big snip and whatnot. And then they grow
Enoch
up and they
YUB's
realize,
Link
oh my god, that
420.
was wrong.
Yeah,
Yo,
that's,
Nay,
hey,
what
you
up,
know what,
son?
Cyber? That's their problem to deal with. Not
That is,
mine.
you are right.
Not mine. Not my problem.
You are right.
Not my genitals. Not my problem. Someone's gender is not my concern. The only time I have concern around that is when someone
Play
tries
Peter
to take
Guitar
their
Jam.
rights away from them
Moo.
for what they want to do with their own personal body autonomy. That's got nothing to do with anybody else but them. So I don't care if you're 3 years old and you want to cut your dick off. Do it. I don't care. I'm not going to cry over it. If a Republican is going to cry over some kid cutting his dick off when he's 3 years old, that Republican can go try to stitch that dick onto himself since he needs it so bad. I don't know what the fuck their problem is. Why are you worried about somebody else's penis, And I'm not talking to you. But I'm just saying that we've got some crazies over here around this shit. Your parents get to decide what's taught to them in school and have a right to know what's being taught to them in school and blah, 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 blah. We've gone through school for years and years and years, and teachers said whatever they were going to say. And if some teacher was being inappropriate or whatever, you deal with that specific teacher.
Richard Magnorelli.
Making these blanket laws, trying to muzzle people is just bullshit. And it's just more rights of ours being taken away every day. I just hate it. Can't say anything. I think it's important that everyone know. Cyber and I had a very interesting conversation, and we're talking about marginalized people all around the world and how Russia marginalizes people. And I was like, the United States has its own method, has its own groups that it marginalizes. And I said, women just have the right for abortion taken away in this country. And I was like, I wonder what the abortion law is in Russia. They allow abortion there up to 12 weeks as an elective procedure, and after
Maria
12 weeks
Kinford.
they offer exceptions for certain
Big
cases.
Merc 83. Hey,
So
gang.
if you're wondering how restrictive they are on abortion and women's rights, you can look at that one thing. It's kind of anecdotal. It's just kind of one thing. But, Cyber made some really good points about Russia starting this war and being basically warmongering and all that shit. Him and I were talking, going back and forth. Before we started the show, we had a really interesting conversation about it. But he's like, let's smoke. And I'm like, okay, let me start the show. And
Maria Kinford.
I haven't smoked today.
Or you mad at me?
Are you mad at me, Maria Kinford? I don't even know who you are, Maria. I don't understand that question.
No one is mad at anyone.
Yeah, no one's mad at you. I don't understand that. I don't understand the nature behind that question. All right. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, everybody.
Yes.
Cheers, Cyber.
Cheers, bro.
Mike Pasquarello. Cheers.
Hey, Ice.
Iceman.
Big Merc 83. Cheers. Aaron IDE. NLRC cheers. Nay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Aaron.
Maria Kinford. Hi. Lisa Fearney. Cheers, nay.
No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, everybody. Yesterday we had a bear and 2 otters visit. A bunch of bucks too. And some does. Some dodos. Some doe. They're doe, not does. They're doe.
Yes, I saw the bear and the others.
What's that, Cyber?
Maria Kinford. Hi.
Maria, is there something wrong with you? You keep saying hi over and over and over again. Is that why you come here, just to hear me say hi back to you? Why do you just keep saying hi? Do you have something to say? Say it. Want to bring something to the table? Offer it up.
Maria Kinford. Yes.
Okay, what do you got? What do you got? Lay it down, Maria. What you got? Go on. Nothing?
Maria Kinford. How are you?
I'm good. Okay, that's not really subject matter, though, is it?
Nick Brown. Show.
Hey, Nick. Holy fuck, the bong here killed me, man. Jesus Christ.
Elon Musk debuts humanoid robot Optimus.
Maria Kinford. How was you day?
Christ.
Nick Brown, you gonna come into Discord, bro?
So, Gibson, they have released a replica of the Greenie Moore Hammett Les Paul. The Les Paul that Peter Green owned, and then later Gary Moore, and then Kirk Hammett bought it. They're making a replica of it. They're making 50 guitars,
Yeah.
and they each
Heading to
gonna
get my
cost
headset.
$50,000.
And what is the background of it again? Because I couldn't hear what you were saying. You said it's like,
Okay, that is the Gibson Les Paul that Peter Green played on, and later Gary Moore, and now Kirk Hammett owns it.
oh,
Gibson are making a replica of that. They only making 50 guitars out of it, and each guitar gonna cost $50,000.
wow.
That is fucking insane for a guitar. Yeah, you're gonna have to meet Kirk Hammett and shit, but he gotta fucking give you a blowjob for those money. $50,000 for a guitar, dude.
Maria Kinford. Have a good day.
So this girl was going to a Christian school, right? The girl was
Maria Kinford.
8 years old.
Have a good day.
The girl was 8 years
Hey,
old,
Nick.
and she's a Christian school. And the Christian school said, we want you to go home and take a photograph of yourself doing your homework in your bathtub.
What?
And the parents were like, no, what is wrong with you? It's a Christian school? What's going on? This is in Jacksonville, Florida, one of Ron DeSantis's shining Christian schools of Jacksonville, Florida. They want an 8-year-old girl to go home and take a picture of herself in the bathtub doing her homework. You guys think I'm making
That
this
is
shit up?
Big
so
Merc
weird,
83.
dude.
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, nay, you're making this shit up. You're going to have to come up with more than just this craziness. Okay.
Dave C. Fishing.
Okay.
That's disgusting. What?
There you go.
Dave C. Fishing.
There's the article.
Unreal.
I can't make this
That
shit
is
up. I'm
fucking
not that
unreal, dude.
fucking demented as a Christian school in Jacksonville, Florida, under the rule of Ron DeSantis. But this is what Christian schools in Jacksonville, Florida, with Governor Ron DeSantis, ask their students to do. Nice
Big
Christian
Merc
school.
83. I would go to the school and raise hell over it.
Shit. I'll go a little more than that.
Mm-mm. We can't even
I'm putting
mention
the
these
price
things,
down,
Nick
dude.
Brown. We can't even mention these things. We can't even talk about it.
I know.
But I understand the sentiment.
Dave C. Fishing. All for the priest to whack off to.
Right, Dave Campione? David Campione.
Dave C. Fishing. Bullshit.
Okay, in Jacksonville, Florida, a second grader was expelled from a Christian day school after her parents refused to take a picture of her in a bathtub. School officials at Victory Christian Academy, there you go, told the 8-year-old's mother, Misty Dunham, that since she declined to take the photo of her daughter, part of a homework assignment that included instructions to send picture of you doing reading homework in bathtub, the child would be subject to an administration withdrawal. The story started when the child brought home a homework assignment sheet that included practicing Psalms with an adult, reading pages from Fun with Friends text, spelling arithmetic exercises, spelling and arithmetic exercise number 2 for Tuesday. Send picture of you doing reading homework in bathtub. There it is. Like I said, not making this shit up. So this would fall under Cult of Dusty's religious bullshit section. Religious bullshit, religious bullshit, religious bullshit, religious bullshit. How was that, Dusty? Somebody send that to Cult of Dusty. Custy. Somebody send that to Custy. Mom, Misty Dunham, and her husband, Christopher, were shocked at the request. Well, my question is this. Where were all the other second grade parents at? You're telling me that only one group of parents had a problem with this assignment and sent a picture of their child in the bathtub back to the Christian school? You know, because Jesus. Wow. Okay. It's cool. I emailed the teacher, Misty Dunham told Action News Jax. Hey, you may want to explain that. Send something out to the parents. Let them know what the intentions are. This just does not sound okay. She said she did send out a message, Dunham recalled, saying you should be in pajamas, be in your uniform, have fun with it, but it didn't sit right. What? Dude, this teacher needs to go to jail. This is how you deal with shit like this. Okay, that teacher was soliciting for child pornography and needs to go to jail for the solicitation of child pornography. Now, let me hear from y'all in the audience if you agree with me that teacher is guilty of solicitation, literally asking children to bring in pictures of themselves in compromised positions, doing compromising things.
No doubt.
So we're all right on the same page on this one, right, chat? Because I haven't heard from anybody except for Dave C. Fishing and Big Merc so far. The only two guys, I guess, with enough spine to speak out about how they feel about. How the rest of you guys feel about this? Does this make you feel anything? I'm just kind of wondering if you're getting a little angry at Ron DeSantis for and his stupid fucking Christian
100%
schools.
100% NLRC at Nays Garden. Cheers.
Thank you, Seymour. Anybody else? Or you guys support this? What, you believe in Jesus and you get a little offended because it's a Christian school? Well, go read the fucking news because that's what's going on at your precious Christian schools of Jacksonville, fucking Florida under Ron DeSantis. Does that bother you? Huh. Well, I'm glad that Randy, Dave, and Merc, at least in the chat, had something to say about it. By the way, just if you think you're one of the few people watching the show, there's a whole bunch of you silent motherfuckers here right now in my audience, not saying anything. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of you people here right now. Just so you know, he got nothing to say about somebody soliciting pornography from children. It's not take
Nick
a picture
Brown.
of yourself doing
Hashtag
homework,
play ball people.
you know, and
Dave
have fun
C.
with it.
Fishing.
No, it's take a picture
Two
of
nights
yourself
chatting.
in the
Dave
bathtub
C. Fishing.
doing your homework. Number
LOL.
one, okay, no one
Seamer
does their
cannabis.
homework in the bathtub.
Teacher needs
Ever.
charged.
No one does that.
It's just weird, man. Just fucking weird.
I emailed the teacher, hey, you want to explain that? Doesn't sound okay. She did send out a message, Dunn recalled, saying
Big
you should
Merc
be in your pajamas.
83.
Okay. Misty
I
Dunn
had a
sent the homework
teacher
sheet
that was
back
fired and
initially.
arrested for
all
taking
the
his shirt
assignments
off
with
and
a note
showing
for
us a
Tuesday,
bullet
so
scar on
Mackenzie
his
will
back
not
in 8th grade.
Mackenzie will not be taking
Dave C.
pictures in the
Fishing.
bathtub.
They assign it and act like it's normal LOL.
I'm surprised they're using the child's real name in this article. They're idiots. We do not condone taking pictures in the bathroom. But you call yourselves Christians and you follow a Christian school and you teach your child Christianity. Just remember that. Hey, I'm not saying all Christians are like that. I'm just saying this happened at a Christian school.
Stella Lewis.
Okay? It happened at a Christian
Hi, Nick.
school. Hi, honey. It happened at a Christian school. That's what I'm saying. So if you're sending your kid to one right now, you might want to just take another look at them and see what the fuck they're all about. Oh, you thought you were so perfect. You thought you were pristine and so protected. Turns out you weren't. You put them right into the mouth of the lion. The second grader's teacher, Irene Castaneda, there you go. You want the woman's name? It's Irene Castaneda from Jacksonville, Florida. Emailed Dunham explaining, we have been sending this
Dave
homework
C.
assignment
Fishing.
home for years, and
That
you're the
kind of
only
stuff makes
one
people
complaining
leave
about
related.
it. Just cover your child in pillows or pajamas now. Oh, cover them in pillows? Dude, so now I do have a problem with you, Christians. Now I got a problem with you. Because according to pervert teacher right here, no one's ever complained about it before, and they've been doing it for years. I wonder how many photographs she has in her little fucking child bathtub album at home. Yeah, I bet she's got a whole album of all the photographs. I bet she makes a lot of money off of those photographs too. Dunham said she spoke with other parents about the request and was met with the same solution. Just cover your child up with something. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, Christians. Okay, Christians. Great answer.
Hello, how are you doing today?
Great answer, Christians. Thank you. Thank you. That's a great answer. Now I can address all Christians because it's not just one teacher, is it? Now it's a whole classroom of parents year after
Margie
year
Gatrell.
after year.
How are your PS doing today?
You know, I really don't feel like talking about my parents at this juncture, Margie, if you pay attention to what's being said on the show. You know, for 3 seconds. You'll notice I really don't feel like talking about my parents at this moment.
Joseph Porras. Hello, Nay, how's it going, good sir? How has the day been so far?
Ah, man, just ask for a little bit of fucking courtesy from you guys, you know? Come on, Margie. Courtesy? You can walk into a room while someone's talking and just start talking over them. Oh, blah, 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 that way. I'm saying something to all these other people right now. All right? So let's keep going with this article. I want to read this paragraph over to you again. You know, I think that part of this article is so important. We have been sending this homework assignment home for
Margie Gatrell.
years.
Okay, I'm sorry, just got on.
Right. Let me start over. We have been sending this homework assignment home for years, and you're the only one complaining about it. The second grader's teacher said, you know, I wouldn't be acting so angry about this right now if I wasn't so fucking angry about this right now. And I am. I'm really fucking angry about this. And, you know, I'm just wondering if anybody in my chat is angry about this as I am, And I wonder if you guys will just take little excerpts of this and please send it to Cult of Dusty so he will cover it so at least 1,000 people will see this story instead of the handful that's here. And I do appreciate all of you that are here. I do. But please, someone make a cut of this. Take a clip of this on YouTube. You guys know how to do it. Send it to at Dusty Smith 1, I believe is his handle. At Dusty Smith 1. Please. Send him a clip of this so he will cover this so a whole bunch more people will hear about this. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's already covered it on his religious bullshit section. He probably found it before I did. But, maybe not. I don't know the date of this article. The date is 5 hours ago. You heard it here first, folks. And you know what's funny is I saw Dusty tweeted something last night or this morning. It said, man, I just finished a show and I've already got a whole other show's worth of material. And I wonder if this is one of the things. Anyhow, I'm going to repeat this one more time for all the people out there just arriving. We have been sending this homework assignment home for years, and you're the only one complaining about it. That homework assignment where we ask you to take a photograph of your child in the bathtub and send that to the pervert Christian. And it's not just this teacher, I guess, for years. Maybe it was teachers before her too. Who knows? Boy, like I said, you can't make this shit up. I have to catch my breath because I'm so angry right now. This makes me so angry. And the thing that makes me the most angry about all this is all the parents who have agreed under Jesus Christ, Christianity, to do whatever some person that claims to be an authority figure of Christianity tells you to do. Even if it's take photographs of your children in the bathtub and send it off to them. Suckers. Born every minute. I guess there's a Christian born every minute, huh? I will. That's you just like me. That's exactly what I said. Mom, come here. All right. Okay. Cool. You're welcome.
Let's smoke.
Tula Rose.
Hell yeah.
Looks like you're swigging whiskey. Stella Lewis. I wouldn't have taken those pics. Where is the sense of propriety? Big Merc 83. Cheers, CYDRNIs.
Cheers.
Okay. So. Oh, no. This is lightly sweetened, lower sugar tea from Pure Leaf.
Hey, let's smoke, bro.
Okay. No. I just accidentally God, I wonder when I hit my microphone.
Okay, I hear you again.
Did I just cut out? Yes.
Yeah, it was just now when you showed that
roof.
bottle of
Doc
tea.
Hollandaise.
Mark wanted you to see what the work he did.
I got your back on the clips, Nay. I am so fucking pissed. Big Merc 83. NLRC. Stella Lewis. Lost the audio, Nay.
I'm back. My buddy's like, dude, can your mom come out and see how good I cleaned off the roof? I'm like, dude, you're just like me.
Big Merc 83.
Mom!
Thanks, Chef.
Come look at this!
Joseph Porras. What strain today, MR Nay?
This is the Gorilla Glue 4. No law regarding cannabis. Cyber, cheers.
Yes, bro. Cheers,
Cheers,
everyone.
everybody. Nick Brown. Cheers.
Doc Hollandaise. Cheers. Stella Lewis. NLRC. Joseph Porras. I'm smoking some wedding cake. Joseph Porras. What strain you smoking today, nay? Seamer Cannabis. NLRC cheers at Nay's Garden.
Gorilla Glue 4, Joseph. Back to religious bullshit, religious bullshit, religious bullshit, religious bullshit. Shouts out to Dusty Smith. You guys check out Cult of Dusty. Please check out Cult of Dusty. And check out some of his religious bullshit segments. Because this is kind of like one of those. The thing is I'm covering this one story and it really pisses me off. He covers this shit all the time. The craziest, obnoxious, hateful, hurtful, separatist, hypocritical, religious bullshit. And he covers it all the time. So, you know, you want to see more of that. So Dunham said she spoke with other parents about the request, was met with the same solution. Just cover your child up with something. After the Dunhams reached out to school administrators and didn't receive a satisfactory response, they turned to the local sheriff and filed a report. Good. That's what I would have done. Exactly. An officer advised them to not complete the assignment. What? What do you mean assignment? What's an assignment? What? Whoa. Turn to local sheriff and filed a report. An officer advised them to not complete the assignment.
Assignment.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That was the advice. Hey, just don't do the assignment. Oh my God. That was what the police told the parents to tell the child to not do the homework assignment. That's the response. Not protect all the children that are having their photographs taken of them in bathtubs being sent off to some fucking perverts at a Christian school somewhere.
Yeah, that police officer, that police district is probably Christian too, you know.
Every sentence makes my blood boil more and more. Either that or they're all tied in. They get donations, you know, they give donations.
Man. They are fucking tied in, bro.
Yeah.
I tell you.
Yeah, give them money. So, days later, where are we here? Days later, the school did finally reach out. An administrator urged the parents to remove their daughter from the school. The school official told Misty Dunham, I think you guys should do a parental withdrawal for the child. I said, I can't do that. We refuse to withdraw her. He said, okay, thank you for saying that, and continued on saying, well, we're going to proceed with an administration withdrawal. The Dunham's daughter was expelled from the school. So, after news reports exposed the bathtub homework and fallout, Victory Christian removed the assignment from the school's second grade curriculum with an explanation from Pastor Jesse Latta. While the assignment was completely innocent. No, it wasn't. What do you mean the assignment was completely innocent? Hey, how about you go fuck yourself? You fucking pervert Christian, fucking Pastor Jesse Latta. Yeah, they're all in on it together, a bunch of fucking child molesters calling themselves Christians. You know, Jesus wept. While the assignment was completely innocent, out of an abundance of caution, and for there to be no misunderstandings, our administration has removed this particular assignment for any future use. We value our children. Oh, yeah, you do. Every time you sell some pervert on the internet, some photograph you took of a child in a bathtub, yeah, you value your children. They're a real commodity for you, you fucking cunt. And their safety is our top priority. we will continue to serve the children and families in which the Lord has graciously allowed us to have a part in their lives and take photographs of them while in bathtubs so that we can have those photographs because we're a bunch of fucking cunts. You know, and I should be calling them a bunch of child molesters because that's really what they are.
Man.
And it hits a little harder, doesn't it?
It does.
It hits a little harder. They should just change their name from, what were they called? What's the name of the school? Victory Christian Academy. They should change their name to Victory Children fucking Creeps Academy.
Just to have a Twitter account.
Fucking hey, dude. Victory Christian Academy.
Back in 5 minutes. I need to go.
How dare you, good sir. How dare you? He'll be back in 2.5. Watch. That article sickens me. Let's get it off the screen. That was the entire article. You guys made it all the way through. Congratulations. I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of you guys for making it through that article. Because it's sick. And I know people don't want to stick around and listen to that. I mean, I am repulsive enough. You don't need me reading you shit about sick shit on top of it, you know? So I apologize. It's just, I think it's important that things like that get exposed, you know? That's from MSN.com, by the way, that article. I am appalled at what's happening in Fort Myers Beach. The fishing community is stranded, and so are many others who lost their homes. No shelter, no water, no food, not even a place to use the bathroom. Where is Governor Ron DeSantis? Wow, what a tweet, man. Rocks said
Doc Hollandaise.
Unfortunately, he's not
Clips done, bro.
wearing cement shoes at the bottom of Tampa Bay. So I don't think a lot of people are going to see that tweet, Rocks. Unfortunately. She just put that up 5 minutes ago. I wonder if she's here. Clips done. Docky Hollandaise. Docky Hollandaise. Docky. While the assignment was... Okay, let's see what you did. What did you do? What did you do? Completely innocent, out of an abundance of caution, and for there to be no misunderstandings, our administration has removed this particular assignment for any future use. We value our children. Oh, yeah, you do. Every time you sell some pervert on the internet, some photograph you took of a child in a bathtub, yeah, you value your children. They're a real commodity for you, you fucking cunt. And their safety is our top priority. We will continue to serve the children and families in which the Lord has graciously allowed us to have a part in their lives and take photographs of them while in bathtubs so that we can have those photographs because we're a bunch of fucking cunts. You know, and I should be calling them a bunch of child molesters because that's... While the assignment was completely innocent, out of an abundance of... That's pretty good, buddy. At Cult of Dusty.
Doc Hollandaise. This gets my blood boiling.
Crazy. Are you at home, Nick?
Yeah.
Back your mic off. Back your mic off just a little, as we hear you breathing.
It's probably the wind. Wind's blowing pretty bad.
Oh, are you land sharking, bro?
No, I'm out here waxing the fucking dump truck.
Oh, cool. You like that land sharking?
Yeah.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. God. I wish this shit would just stop, you know, all of it, everything, you know, the war, fucking people molesting kids, you know, fucking supply chain breakdown, fucking
Rox1 SMF.
goddamn hurricanes.
I'm on a train to NYC right now.
Hey Rox, I saw your tweet. I saw you tweeting at somebody. But it's a bad. I liked your tweet, but it's a bad. That tweet will get you in trouble on Twitter. They don't like stuff like that. In fact, they're probably going to penalize you for that one. They're assholes, man. You should probably delete that. I mean, you probably won't, but it's going to hurt your account, you know, if you have it up. Less people will see your tweets from now on for having a tweet like that. And, you know, it might be too late.
Rox1 SMF.
Deleting it might not change a thing.
Fuck M.
I know. It's just I used to say shit like that too on Twitter, and I got fucking spanked. Now nobody sees my tweets. Not even you. Nobody sees my tweets. Nick Brown's seeing my tweets right now, though. What? Oh, 6 hours, 6 hours, 6 hours, 6 hours. Nick's phone's going off right now.
Yep, it's vibrated right off the hood.
Religious bullshit 2, religious bullshit 3, religious bullshit 4. Really, dude? Yeah, Florida's turned on power for over 1 million residents. It's got like up to 1. No, they got up to like 1.9 million residents. You know, I think they said there's down to like 20,000 people without power in the state of Florida or something. Still, some crazy, which I find that hard to believe. Right? Is that possible? That can't be right. I wonder what does anybody know?
Rox1 SMF. I'm losing signal. Have a great day.
All right.
Doc Hollandaise. Religious bullshit sequence.
We have been sending this homework assignment home for years, and you're the only one complaining about it. The second graders teacher said, you know, I wouldn't be acting so angry about this right now if I wasn't so fucking angry about this right now. And I am. I'm really fucking angry about this. And, you know, I'm just wondering if anybody in my chat is angry about this as I am. Right. And I wonder if you guys will just take little excerpts of this and please send it to Cult of Dusty so he will cover it so at least 1,000 people will see this story instead of the handful that's here. And I do appreciate all of you that are here. Cool. That's a great clip, bro. Dude, you got good at making those clips. What? Whoa. Turn to local sheriff and file a report. An officer advised them to not complete the assignment.
Assignment.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That was the advice. Hey, just don't do the assignment.
Doc
oh my
Hollandaise.
God.
Thanks, Nay.
That was what the police told the parents to tell the child to not do the homework assignment. That's the response. Not protect all the children that are having their photographs taken of them in bathtubs being sent off to some fucking perverts at a Christian school somewhere.
Yeah, that police officer, that police district is probably Christian too, you know.
Every sentence makes my blood boil more and more. Either that or they're all tied in. They get doing what? Whoa. Turn to local sheriff. Wow, man. While the assignment was completely innocent, out of an abundance of caution, and for there to be no misunderstandings, our administration has removed this particular assignment for any future use. I already saw that one. Okay, cool. God, so I'd seen the fourth one. Out of all of them, huh? That's crazy.
We missed 420.
How dare it be 420? No law regarding cannabis. I'm ready.
All right, me too, bro.
Cheers, Cyber. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everyone.
Doc Hollandaise. Cheers.
Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis has become a familiar and, to some, a reassuring face on numerous television channels through the traumatic aftermath of Hurricane Ian's rampage through the state. But the near constant presence of the Republican, who in less chaotic times limits his on-screen appearances largely to the Fox News faithful, is not sitting comfortably with others, nor are his appeals for public contributions for hurricane relief while he's using taxpayers' money for political stunts. Oh boy, did this really come back to bite him in the ass. Didn't I predict this?
Doc
Hollandaise. My God.
Where did that story about the homework happen in?
Ron DeSantis'
I was late to the show.
Come on, the roost. Ron DeSantis. What did I say? Ron DeSantis is blowing up in his face or something. I can't remember what I said in that title. It was so good. Ron DeSantis backfires. That's what it was. Ron DeSantis' plan, sending his people, is going to backfire in his face so bad. And it's only gotten worse, and now it's just snowballing. Now, a hurricane comes through the state, and he's out there begging for assistance from the federal government, begging for assistance from Joe Biden that he's been bashing, just completely bashes the United States federal government all the time. And now he's out there begging and pleading. It's such a bad look for him. And on top of, the fact that people are calling him out for the misappropriation of funds for human trafficking. That is going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. Holy moly, what an article. That is quite the article there. Far-right pundits are destroying Ron DeSantis. It's funny. So he opposed aid to other states that needed hurricane relief, but now he wants the federal government to help him. How funny is that? Hey man, I must have a bunch of Ron DeSantis fans that were watching that left. Oh well, sorry. Sorry, we're going to talk about this anyway because it's hilarious. Let's see what's going on here.
I mean, as you say, Tucker, we live in a very politicized time. But, when people are fighting for their lives, when their whole livelihood is at stake, when they've lost everything, if you can't put politics aside for that, then you're just not going to be able to. So I'll work with anybody who wants to help the people of Southwest Florida and throughout our state.
Was Florida Governor Ron DeSantis this week on the topic of putting politics aside during a crisis. Lives matter. For people in the Northeast, though, it's hard to forget something the New York Times reports today. Quote, as a freshman congressman in 2013, Ron DeSantis was unambiguous. A federal bailout for the New York region after Hurricane Sandy was an irresponsible boondoggle, a symbol of the put it on the credit card mentality he had come to Washington to oppose. Quote, I sympathize with the victims, but his answer was no.
But his answer was no.
Fucking hypocrite, dude.
Dude. They just destroyed this guy. Everybody needs to see this. This was exactly what I knew was going to happen. God, my mom would love this. So this is what everybody's calling him out for. So I guess just let me get my pictures off of here, and I'm going to take a screenshot of this. And get the chat off of here. Yeah. So let me just take a screenshot. Great. I'll use that and make a meme out of it. It'd be really easy to do. Okay, there it is. It's a meme unto itself, guys. All I have to do is post the picture.
Christoph 54. Ne vous fais un calque je reste pas longtemps je vous souhaite un très belle journée amen. Lise Painter. Saying hello from Twitch.
I'm just going to tweet that. I'm not going to put anything on it. I'm just tweeting the picture. So now he's asking Joe Biden to please help. Oh my God, can we just watch the rest of this? It goes on for a little bit.
So here we are in 2022. As you heard, Ron DeSantis has changed his tune. Let's bring in the Reverend Al Sharpton, host of MSNBC's Politics Nation and president of the National Action Network. I'm glad he changed his tune, but the hypocrisy shouldn't go unnoted. Rev, where do you come down?
Definitely the hypocrisy should not go unnoticed. And clearly, you have to suspect, did he change his mind or did he change his circumstance? Because when he was talking about New York, he had no real stake in that. Now we're talking about Florida, where he's the governor, where he has to be held responsible for how the people are saved or not saved, how they deal with it or not. So there is a lot of self-interest in his mind change. So, you know, it's one thing to have a conversion. It's another thing to have self-interest.
Michael Steele.
Oh, I think the Rev, he's got me smiling here because he's so spot on. That self-interest thing is a you know what, right? It's amazing. It's amazing how the worm just turns all up in it. And that's where DeSantis finds himself. It's a far cry from 9 years ago as a congressman talking about the good people in the Northeast, particularly in the
and it's just too bad that they get such delight with so many people suffering in the state of Florida. I mean, you could do this segment, Michael Steele, without having that shit-eating grin on your fucking face. There's dead people now. And you're sitting there fucking rejoicing your little fucking end. Hey, I hate this motherfucker as much as anybody else does. Trust me, I fucking hate him. And I'm glad this is happening to him. But I can't do it with a smile on my face and act like, there's not, how many dead now? Was it 64 dead?
New York region who were devastated by Hurricane Sandy. Yeah, they don't have a lot of hurricanes like Florida does, but when they do, that stuff matters. It's impactful in ways that it may not necessarily be in Florida, particularly even with a small hurricane. And the fact that you'd have that attitude then, and now as governor sitting there, well, if this is clearly important and we want to work with anyone and we appreciate all the help. And what would he be saying if members of the New York delegation were like, no, I'm not supporting any money going to Florida? If the members of the Maryland delegation or the Delaware delegation, those of us on the Chesapeake Bay who suffered through what happens when torrential rains and hurricanes come through, took that attitude. So I appreciate the sort of kumbaya, let's all work together, but we cannot forget what probably the real attitude is.
Right.
Because I would suspect should, God forbid, some natural disaster befall us here in the North and Northeast region, what would the governor of Florida say about a federal support or FEMA support for our recovery?
Yeah, you should have heard him.
That, I think, is something,
we're
again,
so glad to have FEMA here and have a representative from FEMA here to talk to us and tell us about the way they're going to help put us back together and pick us. The FEMA is, and you should have heard DeSantis just bragging about the federal government all of a sudden. And he is, if you guys, I should make a video of Ron DeSantis just bashing Joe Biden and the United States federal government, and then just praising and licking the salt off their ball sack. Oh my God. And contrast that. Oh, I'd love to make a video like that.
New York Times points out,
I wonder if I could get all that material.
Is what's relevant here. These things do matter. And your words, whether in 2013 or today, they still matter.
Rev, I just can't stop thinking about the story we covered a week ago. And obviously the aid is important because people in Florida are hurting and lives are on the line. But the lives of the migrants that he put on airplanes and flew to Martha's Vineyard were human lives as well. I mean, the picking and choosing is part of the fabric of who this GOP is right now, too.
Which is why you have to question whether this is really self-interest or whether this is a real conversion. And clearly you can't, on one hand, send people with no basis of knowing what's going to happen to them and clearly not caring away from your state to make a political
#IB0
on 1 week and then act like you're this great unifier.
No, he let me tell you something. Ron DeSantis will do what Ron DeSantis does at any given moment. And he knows that people's memories are very short politically. And he doesn't give a fuck about what he said before. He doesn't give a fuck about what he's saying now. And it has no bearing on what he says in the future. Because what Ron DeSantis says in the future is whatever the fuck he wants. And him saying, even mentioning conversion is hilarious. Whereas to say Ron DeSantis has now been converted to see the light, to see all the benefits of the federal government. Oh, bullshit.
around saving people the next week, and not expect people like me to say, let's wait and see. But I have serious doubts. You can't have a movable moral central.
Well said. Yeah, he's right about that. Let's fix these cameras, man. They're weird. Where do we want to be? Do we want to be here? Yeah, I think we want to be there. Right? Can you see the other side of my face? Okay, we're good. I think it's better like that.
To do. Today is about identifying the people that need help, who may still be in harm's way, but also beginning the process of rebuilding some of the things that we need to have services restored, to have fuel, and to have the things that people need in terms of communications. Impacts of this storm are historic, and the damage that was done has been historic. And this is just off initial assessments. There's going to be a lot more assessing that goes on in the days ahead. But I think we've never seen a flood event like this. We've never seen storm surge of this magnitude.
I want to make a video. I want to make a truthier news video. I haven't done that in a long time. I want to get into it, and I want to find my source footage, you know, like I do. And then I want to compare and contrast those videos against each other and show everybody the hypocrisy that they were just talking about. They were actually, I could put them in there too. Huh. Where was that article at? Now I'm confused. Wasn't that CNN? I don't know what that was. I'm confused. I'm losing my will to make the video. Ron DeSantis bashing video. I'm losing my will to create. I know, right? Religious bullshit, religious bullshit, religious bullshit, religious bullshit. Starring Dusty, Cult of Dusty, the Dusty guy. It's catchy. Do I want to make that video or not? That's the question.
You will do.
Yeah, something inside my mind said I do.
Yeah, you do.
A little voice inside my head is telling me to do it.
Be a little creative.
be so easy to go to YouTube and find that video of Ron DeSantis saying, thanking FEMA. Ron DeSantis, I bet you if you just type it in, Ron DeSantis thanks FEMA and federal government.
Yeah, I'll be probably there.
DeSantis thanks FEMA. Thanks, President Biden, for aid. FEMA give updates to Florida here. I found it. I found all the source shit I need. Oh my god. Holy shit.
Descend onto the scene, particularly in Southwest Florida. There's life rescue, making sure people are okay, following up on any type of calls. And there's been really a Herculean effort. There's also the assessment, of what's been damaged that's going to impact the entire community. And of course, the power is a big issue. There are people that are working. I think Lee and Charlotte have about 15% restored.
Look who's standing next to him.
More restored likely in the relatively near future. There is going to be some that's going to
you see that?
Some rebuilds.
Cyber, can you make that out?
Utilities, FP&L.
No, I don't know who it is. I think
they understand that, and they're prepared.
It's on her shirt and underneath on the blue.
Oh, FEMA. Yeah, I see that. FEMA.
Yeah.
I see.
Is they had a water main break for their county water utility. That means that the county does not have water.
The F is for federal.
And you need that to be able to.
Federal Emergency Management Agency.
I'm going to find him bashing.
Provide the Army Corps of Engineers.
We've got that, just that.
After Kevin called them, I think at like
such a piece of fucking garbage.
They were on the ground from Jacksonville all the way down to Southwest Florida in the afternoon. They've been working to assessing that situation. We also have Florida National Guard personnel standing by to help the Army Corps if they need it. But at the end of the day, that is something that will be very, very critical to be able to get that back. And it may require more of a rebuild. Maybe it require some more short-term remediation. They're going through that. But that's clearly a top priority. And we're thankful that FEMA and the Army Corps are there helping out. We have, obviously, there was a lot of folks in affected areas that evacuated. That FEMA and the Army Corps are. We're thankful that FEMA and the Army. We're thankful that FEMA and we're thankful that FEMA and the.
There it is. A minute and 43 seconds in. I already found basically what I need. Oh my god, he's such a fucking douchebag. He makes it so easy. So that's at a minute 43. Dude, this thing is 34:12. I wonder how much fucking groveling occurs in the next 33 minutes,
Are there helping out. We have, obviously, there was a lot of folks in affected areas that evacuated. Some did shelter in place. As of last night, we've contacted over 20,000 Floridians that filled out a shelter-in-place survey on floridadisaster.org. Over 10,000 have responded, and all 10,000 said they were safe. And the state sent the first alert late last night, and are expecting more responses this morning. Cell phone connectivity is sparse in some areas, and sometimes it's easier to get out a text message. So the process has been streamlined. There's now a standalone site to report your location. So if you're having issues contacting your family via phone, and if you're sheltering and want them to know you're safe, there's a website, missing.fl.gov, missing.fl.gov. These forms are triaged by staff here in Tallahassee and dispatched to responders that are on the ground. In addition to the rescues yesterday, rescue personnel have gone to more than 3,000 homes in the hardest hit areas, going door to door to check on the occupants of those residences. There are over 1,000 dedicated rescue personnel who are going up and down the coastline. They also are going to be doing more and more inland in some of our counties, inland portions of Charlotte and Lee, but also DeSoto and Hardy counties. I think Hardy County is the most without power right now. I think they're 99% without, or they're pretty. Yeah. So you see the really troubling images of just a washed out home on the Fort Myers beach, and that really is ground zero, and obviously very important that this was such a big storm that there are effects far inland, and these rescue personnel are sensitive to that, and they're going to be helping. We've opened 2 major points of distribution for food and water this morning. First, Charlotte Sports Park, the spring training facility for the Tampa Bay Rays in Charlotte County, and then the Lee County Sports Complex, the spring training facility for the Minnesota Twins. These are pods that are much bigger than normal pods. There have been over 1.6 million gallons of fuel into Southwest Florida that have been moved in to support the response. I think what we're finding with the fuel is the fuel supply is flowing. It's just a matter of the gas stations need to have power to be able to operate, and if they have a certain number of pumps, they're required to have a generator. I was in Lee County yesterday. I actually saw some of the larger gas stations were operating, so that's a good sign. As of 6 a.m., there are about 1.9 million people, our customers, without power. Right now, the hardest hit areas are Hardy, 99% without power as of this morning. Charlotte and Lee both have 85% without, and DeSoto is at 80% without. Sarasota, Collier, Manatee, close to half of the customers there are without power. Hillsborough and Pinellas, 15 to 18% are without power. And these crews have been on the ground since it was safe to do so, and they are working 24/7 to be able to restore power all throughout the state of Florida. And that's over 42,000 linemen and associated personnel that are on the ground. FDOT has had over 1,300 people on the ground. They cleared more than 1,100 miles of roadway. I was happy to see the traffic flowing in Southwest Florida. Obviously, there's some structural problems in some of the bridges leading out to Sanibel and Pine Island, but by and large, there were toss and clear operations. The traffic is flowing in Southwest Florida, probably better than would have been anticipated so soon after such a major hurricane. So we appreciate that. They've also inspected and reopened 800 bridges across the state, and this includes 67 high priority bridges inspected and reopened in Lee, Charlotte, Sarasota, and Manatee counties. Pine Island, Sanibel, those are going to be rebuild efforts. The Sanibel Bridge had breaks in multiple parts of it. It was not where the water and the pylons were. Those held up very well. It was where you had it on some of the sandbar, and that basically just got washed out from underneath. In the meantime, I think Kevin can talk about this. They're going to be running barges to be able to bring more heavy equipment onto the island to be able to help with the response. The first responders that have been there by and large coming in via air, they do have some equipment, but they're traveling lighter just to be able to go and get the people as quickly as possible. There have been 6 healthcare facilities evacuated in Southwest Florida. They were having problems with water or problems with power for an extended period of time. We're also prioritizing getting power and running potable water to the rest of the area's healthcare facilities. There have been 117 facilities that had lost power that now have power restored. The ports, Tampa Bay, Miami, Everglades, they are reopened for fueling. And I think between today and tomorrow, all the ports in the state of Florida up and down both coasts will be operational. Food and water, massive amounts, and Kevin is sensitive to the water situation in Lee. So I'd say this is an extraordinary amount of water that has been staged and is continuing to be brought into the area. So FEMA has activated their individual assistance program. So if you're in need of help of recovering in those affected counties, you can go to disasterassistance.gov or call 1-800-621-3362.
Docky Hollandaise, you got power, buddy?
34,000 people have already registered with FEMA. Make sure if you're looking at claims on your property, you document that, take photos, make sure you have it. We want you to be able to be made whole as quickly as possible. There will be, in conjunction with FEMA, the state of Florida, and the local communities, what are called disaster recovery centers. Those will be set up very soon, and that will be a place if you need help with things like individual assistance, you can go. Although Gracia will point out you don't need to go there, you can do all this online. There's also going to be insurance villages set up under the leadership of CFO Jimmy Petronis. You're going to have a lot of flood insurance claims as a result of this. You will have some wind claims as a result of this, and it's our view that these claims need to be paid very quickly so that people can get back on their feet. I want to thank the First Lady for spearheading our efforts for Volunteer Florida and Activate the Florida Disaster Fund, where people can donate. If you want to contribute, you will be joining a lot of people who've done a lot of money, and we now have over $12 million with 24 to 36 hours after the storm hits. Pretty incredible that's happened. If you want to go to floridadisasterfund.org, floridadisasterfund.org. More than 12 million has come in, and there's a lot of interest to do a lot more. Why is that important? FEMA has certain things they can do via statute regulation, but if it falls outside of that, they just can't do it. That's not the way it works. And so when you enlist private organizations, they can be a little bit more nimble. They can tailor their response to maybe some of the more unique needs that citizens may have. And obviously, you have people that have been dislocated. You have people that no longer have homes. And so there's going to be a wide variety of things that they're going to need in the coming days, weeks, and months. Volunteer Florida. If you want to volunteer your time, visit www.volunteerflorida.org to find volunteer opportunities. I think this is one way where you can really make an impact, and I know people really appreciate all the outpouring of support. I want to commend the folks that we were able to meet with down in Southwest Florida. This has been a major event, of course, and these people have been working around the clock to be able to serve their constituents and serve their communities. And we appreciate the dedication. We appreciate the perseverance. We know that there's a lot of difficult days ahead, but they've really done a great job standing up for the people of their community. I'm going to let Kevin give a brief on the state response, and then we'll have the FEMA administrator come up and provide some perspective from FEMA.
So I'll obviously thank you, the governor, but I want to thank the agencies represented here to my left, especially Gracia, FEMA Administrator Dan Criswell, Captain Rooney, and Admiral Brendan McPherson from the United States Coast Guard. Others that are not here that are certainly on that floor behind me. Lieutenant Colonel Miller from the U.S. Army Corps District out of Jacksonville, Colonel Booth out of Jacksonville, and many other federal partners that have certainly helped us here. Captain, if you can just grab that. We'll be back this afternoon with some more information. And as always, Governor, thank you very much for your leadership.
Okay, Administrator, floor is yours.
All right, thank you. Governor, thank you first for allowing me to join you here today. And I'd also like to recognize my regional administrator, Gracia Check. She has been on the ground since before this storm hit, working side by side with Director Guthrie. But it's not just that. Our regional office works with the state of Florida and all the states within Region 4 throughout the year to make sure that we are planning, we are coordinated, and that when we have an event like this, we can seamlessly move in to assist and support the state with their needs. What we have done prior to landfall is we did stage a lot of search and rescue resources to support the great efforts that have been happening here in the state of Florida. We have those resources available as the state needs it. And we've also begun to move in food and water into those points of distribution to support what you just heard from Director Guthrie and the governor. What I want to say is we are here to support. FEMA is here to support these ongoing efforts right now to continue the life-saving missions that are still ongoing, but also to begin to support the recovery mission. As you heard the governor say, the president did declare a major disaster declaration for individual assistance as well as public assistance. Public assistance is going to allow us to reimburse a lot of the costs for the first responders who have been doing an amazing job, allow us to reimburse some of their overtime costs for all of the work that they've been doing to stabilize this incident. And on the individual assistance side, right now there are 13 counties that have been designated for individual assistance, but we will add more. As we continue to do assessments and it has been safe to go into those neighborhoods, we will continue to add more counties so individuals can apply for assistance through FEMA. And I just want to reiterate how you can do that. You can go to disasterassistance.gov, you can go to or you can call 1-800-621-3362, or you can go to our FEMA app. I also want to let people know that we are going to have teams of individuals that are going.
Man, are you guys seeing this at the bottom of the screen? Let me see if you can see what I see.
You what?
Look at the bottom. Hold on here. Look at the bottom of the screen, right? What I'm doing with the fast forward thing.
No. I don't know what you're getting at, bro. I see the two guys, they changed place,
Yeah,
but
right.
that's not
And
what you're talking about.
Look at how perfectly they changed place. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
it's like it's just you're swapping skins.
Yeah, that's right. It's actually right.
It's like a fucking game, a video game. And the chick on the left is like bloop, 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 bloop. She's all dancing while it's happening. It's a fucking video game. It's awesome. I don't know. I thought it was awesome. Whatever.
It is.
We're good. We're good.
They smoke that bowl you packed.
I got this big bowl that I packed, man.
I saw that.
All right. Beth Lau.
Wow.
It's 420 in Newfoundland, everybody. Cheers. Cheers, Cyber. Nick.
Cheers,
Nick
bro.
Brown.
Cheers, everyone. Cheers, Nick.
Cheers.
No low regard cannabis. Cheers. Fuck me, dude. I was coffee. Didn't have one when I got. Jesus Christ.
Dude, our yard looks so nice now. It was so destroyed. I've got some more hedge trimming to do back here. It's going to be perfect when I'm done. Because now I did a really good cut on them last time into balls. These hedges back here, I trimmed them into balls.
Oh, nice.
And they've grown out nice, and they've filled in a lot, and they're going to even be more spherical. What time is it? 4 o'clock. Oh, cool. So the sun's already on its way down. It's a good time to chop some shit up. Oh, yeah. Get out there and do it, man. All right, you guys. Thanks for watching the show. I hope you had fun. I will talk to you guys later. Take care, everybody.
Hashtag keep it up.
Hashtag keep it up.
Keep it open.
Keep it open.